Bezrat Hashem, I'm going to send the song in the link in the description. The Kavod, Birchat Habanim, the Kavod Shabbos Kodesh, the Kavod Purim, the Kavod Purim. However, I think we have 57 days until Purim. 57 days, 3 days until Shabbos Kodesh, 3 days until Shabbos Kodesh. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos, good Shabbos. Kira, how do you do it? How do you switch all the pictures? There's a problem with my Zoom. Every picture that I put on, it's backwards. Unless I use the default Zoom pictures. It's I'm gonna have to call the IT department on Zoom. Kavra, Sila B'Shem Kol Yisrael. B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach Reuven Yosef Sarah. Bracha Bas Yehudis, Miriam Lodi Baschani Uchavidim Bas Basia, Shir Bas Basia, Sinai Reuven B'Manin, every single neshama in Klal Yisrael in the world. Ribbona Shailam, let the Torah radiate me. You've also let us know that a person who's arrogant is like an idol. Since an idolatrous object must be burned, Torah laws views it as if it has already been ground down to nothing. This is why people who are arrogant are unable to open their mouths to say a single holy word. It is as if they have already been grounded down to nothing, and so they lack the necessary vocal apparatus. When a person speaks words of Torah, they ought to shine. As the sages say, open your mouth and your words will shine. But when the Torah comes in the mouth of someone who talks and acts arrogantly, not only does it shine to him, but the very light of the Torah is darkened by a thick veil of materialism. Have pity on us. Ribbona Shailam, have pity on us. And at least from now on, save me from the sin of pride. Help me stop running after my own glory. God forbid, let me think nothing of my importance and strive only to maximize the glory of God. Amen. Very real tefillah. And that was half of it, a quarter of it. So at the Shem, continuing our Hachana for Shabbos, Halacha L'Maisa. The prevalent custom is to recite the verses of the Shamru B'nai Israel Esa Shabbos Ufros Sukash Lom Aleinu B'Akol Israel Amcha B'Al Yerushalayim. And before the Kaddish that precedes Shemona Esrei, though many who follow the Vilna Gaon omit the Psukim, as he considered them as an interruption between Gula and Tefillah. All right, Halacha L'Maisa. Oh, the Wi-Fi is still working. Okay, it's still working. We're good. The coveted wine party and cheese party. The coveted everyone. We're continuing with Rabbi Nachman's 12th Sicha. Last time we spoke about just one step, just one thought, just one look at the eyes is so precious. A little bit is also good. Rabbi Nachman says in the 12th Sicha, when people want to come closer to the Ribbona Shailam, right, want to become truly religious, they become overwhelmed and they experience all these barriers and confusions and frustrations, right? And they cannot decide what to do. The more they want to serve God, the more difficulty they encounter. It's hard. It's not pasha. All the enthusiasm that such people have when trying to do good is very precious. Like what we spoke about in the last couple of sichos. Even if their goal is not achieved, all their effort is counted like a sacrifice. It's very important. All of our efforts are counted like a sacrifice to the Ribbona Shailam. Right, like it says in Tehillim, for your sake we are killed each day. We are counted like sheep for the slaughter. We're a korban. So much so, the Tikkun Zohar states that this verse from Tehillim speaks of both prayer and sacrifice. Now, what does the Zohar mean here? I do not know. But we have an inkling if we look to Tzaddik 590, Rabbi Nachman's portrait, Breslov Research Institute. If you don't have the Sefer, go out and get it. Once someone was complaining to the Rebbe how hard it was for him to pray because of all the impure thoughts he was experiencing and that he had. The Rebbe said to him, one has to accept this as an atonement for one's sins. He then broke into a slight smile. Right, so the impure thoughts accept this as atonement for one's sins. Now, what does this mean? There's more wording here, there's more Torah here, but we're going to skip. If a person would only remain firm and steadfast, trying to deal with such thoughts in the way we have described, right? The impure thoughts that Rabbi Nachman says are like sins themselves. His sins would be soon forgiven by the Ribbon Shalom. Right? The impure thoughts themselves are sins. But the more we stand firm, they'll be forgiven. They'll be wiped away. And the untoward thoughts would simply disappear. Those impure thoughts vanished. And we know this in the Gemara and Brachos 12b. Samson could reiterate or could explain to us the whole Masechet Brachos. I guess he lost connection there. He wasn't feeling what I was saying. Thus, the Chachamim say a sinner who is ashamed of his sin is forgiven. Is the Wi-Fi broken? What's the deal? So the sages say, the Chachamim say, a sinner who is ashamed of his sin is forgiven. Now we're returning back. When a person wants to pray, he encounters many distractions, right? Just like when we want to serve God, many distractions, many confusions. Still, he should give himself over entirely to the task, exerting every effort to pray properly, even if his prayer is not perfect. His every effort is like bringing a sacrifice. In the category of for your sake, we are killed each day. We have to, I don't know how you're doing the video. I don't know how you're doing the video. This is insane. I don't know what Zoom is doing. It's so intense that everything is frozen.
All right.
You guys hear me? Oh no.
Cut out for a second, but I think you're back.
Oh my gosh, your background is so holy. Reb, you hear me? Reb, you hear me?
Maybe the video broke the Zoom. I'll leave it.
Do you hear me?
Here's the picture. Yeah, now it's good. It's good.
Okay, open the door a little. Wow. Okay. So we always have to refer back to this pasuk in Tehillim. For your sake, we are killed each day. We're like a korban. Reb, your pictures are fire. The same is true of all devotion, Kavra. You may wish to perfect and sanctify yourself, but find yourself unable to do so. Still, the effort and suffering involved in the frustrated attempt are not in vain. Are not in vain, right? Kira, am I frozen? All right, we're good. If I set aside time on my schedule to learn some Torah, and I end up in a YouTube hole, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go weiter. Find myself in the YouTube hole. That effort, that thought is also good. They're not in vain. They count. It's a sacrifice. They're all an offering to God, including the category for your sake. We are killed each day. We are counted like sheep for the slaughter. We have to memorize this pasuk. It's a very important pasuk. Everything, all of our thoughts, all of our actions, all of our prayers, all of our intent, sacrifices. Rabbi Nachman concludes, therefore, always do your part. Always try your best. Make every effort to serve God to the best of your ability. Whatever task is at hand, do it with all your might. Keep it up when your efforts seem to be frustrating. Your attempt seems like it's in vain. It's really not. It's really not. We all know that. Right? The pasuk in Shmuel says, do everything in your ability and God will do what is good in his eyes. It's another pasuk we have to memorize. Two great psukim, right? For your sake, we are killed each day. We're mamash a korban. Everything we do is a korban. And the pasuk in Shmuel, Do everything in your ability, and God will do what is good in His eyes. Bizrat Hashem, Chaver. Questions, comments, please feel free. Sorry for the connection there. I'm sorry if it didn't work well.
Birchat Hashem. It cut out a little bit a few times, so, but you got the main ideas. You said that similar to one of the ideas we spoke about like a few days ago. You said a sinner who's ashamed of the sin is forgiven. Jack is he's flying to different dimensions. But yeah, like what I said last time, though, I think I said, but it's important to figure out like what it means, that idea, because a lot of people, or even like maybe naturally, if I were to think about that sentence, I would think that means like you have to despair, you have to become lost. Like it says to those, like someone feels bad, or I don't know exactly what the word he uses. I don't know what the word is in Hebrew, but that's one of the lessons I recently, big lesson I recently learned. It's very important to distinguish between the different reflections on sin and on personal sin, on the sins that we've committed in our lives or that we believe to have committed. That's what Shlomo's probably talking about now. But what I mean is, you said, like there's the idea of someone who really feels bad about it. And the classic Rambam sentence of the only true definition of tshuva is being faced with the same opportunity again and making a different decision that time. And I've always like thought about that idea because it's crazy. It has nothing to do with the mental, his definition of it. It's the profile picture. I had to cut Jakey out. We see it now. Yeah, the Rambam's definition doesn't have to do with any feeling bad and stuff like that necessarily. I think it does, but he focuses on the action. Is the action going to be different this time than what it was last time? Am I really going to change my ways, or my habits going to determine a new lifestyle that I'm going to live? And I'm going to make the active decision. And I think that all stems from what you said, from that feeling that you get. What's the reflection you're going to have on what you believe to have committed, the wrongs you believe to have committed? Are you going to notice that it's something that needs to change from here? That's what the reason why the shame, quote unquote, or the bad feeling can be powerful and useful and can be godly, because it causes, it sparks change. And then you reach the Rambam's definition of true tshuva, of true change. That's just what Bizrat Hashem we're all working on. You keep reminding us it's so good. It's so good. We're like back in Mezhebush. Bizrat Hashem.
Kira, you just speak straight fire. At 2:25 p.m., you speak straight fire. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Without fail. Without fail. It's a great quote of the Rambam. I gotta put that in my pocket and just like live with it. Mamish. You all do. Just put it in our pocket.
You heard as well the other new chiddush this week. I think I told you. Yeah, I remember I told you the other time. Actually, I told everyone here they saw, but we'll repeat it from the YouTube chapter too, because they all watch it. With me and Kislasi got the new bags. It's gone. Got the bags, and I ordered as well. I got an Israeli flag patch to go on the front, so I could wear it at the anti-Semitic university that we go to. And people might ask, oh, like, did you went to the IDF or UNITA or something? And I won't be able to say yes, but we said that, Rav Yair is big on informal education. So now there's informal army, informal soldiers. So anyone who is no longer in the army, has already graduated or never went to the army, Bizrat Hashem, we have a chance to be informal representatives, informal defenders of our nation. I just have to make the choice. Get some army gear, whether it's a headband, tzitzis, boots, anything that reminds you you're a soldier. You join the Sevas Hashem.
Wow.
I don't know what that is, Nita. I can't see anything on your screen.
Nitai is
The boots you mentioned.
Oh, the boots.
But to put it, me and Avi discussed it. We put into a sticker once. Me and Avi, soldiers, like anyone in the IDF, they're currently on defense, defending the land. We have soldiers like Avi, Steps, Classy. Also, they're on offense. Same exact soldiers. Just one's on defense, one's on offense.
Oh my gosh. Dude, spot at this time, they're just, it's the deepest. It's the deepest. You gotta show us the Chanavitzer. Where's the Bar Ma'am Chaim? Oh, the bag. The holy bag.
You guys want to see the mikvah?
Oh, I wish, Achi. I wish.
The mikveh in the base.
We gotta come for Shabbos.
So deep.
Gotta do Shabbaton.
Yeah.
Bizrat Hashem Chaver, we should all be healthy, happy, and successful. Mamish informal soldiers, offense and defense. Let's try using both. We have it inside. Let's be both. Right, let's be LeBron James. Let's be LeBron James.
Yeah.
Offense
Hashem, Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw. The claw works both for offense and for defense.
True Hasidic master, Stephen Adams, though. Sorry.
Yeah, but maybe we shouldn't be putting the sports people. Let's be Rav Nachman. Let's be Rav Shlomo. It's good. It's good. Let's be Rav Shlomo. He's clearly on offense right now, singing, pouring out his heart with the guitar. We all know. All right, Chavra, be well. Health, happiness, and success, whether you're in Sfat, Be'er Maim Chaim, Chanavitzer, whether you're mamish preparing all of Am Yisrael for the best party in the world, whether you're listening to the death of Rav Shlomo. Chavra, be well. Be well.